Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 1Game1Life. My name is Typo, and this is Baldur's Gate 3 Part 39, and I can't believe it, but I'm pretty sure we're about to move on to Act 2. I really do. So, before we leave, and we can no longer come back ever, is what it sounds like.
I do enjoy a good bargain.
Let's sell everything we can. Let's clean up the inventory, make sure we're ready to go. I'm kind of blown away by this, but I could not find anything else. Unless we were supposed to find the night song in Act 1, which I can't even imagine how we were supposed to do that. This is it. We're done. So, let's clear up everybody's inventory. We do not need this. Saloon is chosen, we'll keep, because it's a heal. Protection from evil and good. We have so many scrolls, but this is worth 1 gold. We're going to keep it for sure, for sure. Not affected by web surfaces. I guess we need to hang on to that just in case of a certain scenario. Ooh, you heal from that. That's the only reason that's worth keeping. I really do want to just sell everything we're not going to need. I cannot imagine ever needing that. Pushing the target back could come in handy. This man has strength checks and saves and minus 1d4 penalty to melee damage. Nah, this is not worth it. Sell that too. We don't need these because Shadowheart already has concentration all the time. Oil of Sharpness. Yep, makes sense. Sure, we'll keep that. +1 damage and attack 1 time? No, never mind. +2 bonus to attack 1 time could come in handy. I guess. That's a loose I guess. Dusty Book. Scroll of Evidence. Spider's Lyre. We'll hold on to the Scroll of Evidence, I guess. I don't understand what these Devil Foil masks are for, but I'm not just going to sell them. We're definitely never going to need this. Sell, sell, sell. Sell, sell, sell. Buy, buy, buy. 10 more Thieves' Tools, because these 10 will definitely last, and we'll keep finding more. So that'll be good. Scroll of False Life for when we know things are going to get tough. Really should be using these more often. It is a concentration spell, to be fair. Ooh, it's a concentration spell. Yeah, that changes things a lot, actually. Huh. Fiends, though. Elementals. Undead. Those usually come in batches, right? So, if we ever know we're about to wad into Undead, instead of using Rage on Karlach and Bear Urge, and Bear Rock, we can just have all 4 of them use this. And then they should be good for a fight or two. Because we have plenty of these scrolls. We really do. Scroll of Aid we'll hold on to. Because that just makes everybody better. Could sell that. Yeah, sell that. I'm still going to hold on to that. Even though I don't think it does us any good. It's only 0.1 pounds. So. Alright, Astarion is clean. Ready for the next section. I could cheese this and hold on to it for when we know we're going to get some healing in. Sell that, yeah. That's a really good bow. That's not as good. Hold person, blindness. Easier to hit and creature will miss more often. Sure. Blur on yourself? Yeah, maybe. Protection from energy, that could be really good as well. It's also concentration. So many concentration things. We don't need a dark vision scroll. This works within 12 meters. Maybe. I guess. We'll hold on to it. Don't need a round flask. Great sword, longbow, short sword. This could still be really good if we ever find like an ogre like equivalent where it has low wisdom or whatever their spell save is here, and then They do half damage with strength. That could definitely come in handy one day. So I'm going to hold on to them. More of those, yeah. Scroll burning hands we don't need. More false life, more grease. I guess we'll hold on to these two. Alright. 200 more there. Karlak, let's clear you out. I'm going to hold on to these molds and put them in the camp just in case we ever find another adamantine forge. Especially since they're worth, like, no money. That just makes sense to me. Starfish, 3 bones. Glass chalice, hammer. Don't know why we have that. Mug. Scribbled note. That is Shadowheart's shirt. Really need to send that back to her. Keep one of the hand axes for throwing. More scroll protection from evil and good, right? Okay. 274 more. And then Bear Rock. Let's clean you out. Make sure we are ready to go. Don't need this. Is that thrown? No, it's not. Okay. Feign Death. Resistant to all... Protective Coma. Become resistant to all damage except Psychic. Disease and Poison have no effect. Why would I do this? Resistant to all damage, sure, but then they can't do anything. I don't think so. Hypnotic Pattern, definitely keep. Glyph of Warding. When stepped on, something will happen. We could set up a trap that way. So nauseating prevents creatures from taking action. It's alright. Salving. Wyvern Toxin we're still holding on to for whatever reason. There's this amazing aid talisman, which we definitely need to use right now, by the way. Absolute Talisman Aid. Heal yourself and increase your hit... Yeah, that's the one that only works for themselves and not everybody else. True. Featherfall. Don't need that. Proficiency in Wisdom saving throws. That actually could have been good for Astarion earlier. Maybe when we open the book again, we'll hold on to that. Hand Axe +1. Detect Thoughts could definitely come in handy one day. Scroll Speak with Dead is never going to be needed because we have Astarion's Amulet. Yeah, we don't need that. Blur. Blindness. Dark Vision, don't need. Flaming Sphere, don't need. I've seen my friend use that in multiplayer. It's not worth it, in my opinion. This could be good on a non-raging barbarian, okay. Not bad, not bad. It's not even concentration, wow. That's kind of crazy, actually. Misty Step, Shatter, Web. Yeah, those are all fine. Spell attack rolls, spell save DC. Okay, Wizard's Bane, right. Again, we don't need these. Drow Poison can fall asleep if they don't make a con save, which is pretty gnarly. We don't need Dark Vision. Again, we're good. We don't need that. Looks for the Colossus. Imagine a whole day being a size bigger. That's so good. I love it. Elixirs are just fun because they last for so long. Okay, we looked at all these earlier. I think we've just about sold everything we want to sell. Convince a beast not to attack you. Hold on to 1? I doubt we're ever going to need that, but I'll hold on to 1 in case of some weird stuff going on. Okay. Bone Chill, a disadvantage on attack rolls, and it can't heal. Okay, that could have uses for sure. Magic Missile, evil and good again. Possibly poisons them for 2d8. No, that's not worth using ever. That could be worth it for Shadowheart. Gotta send that over. Sleep, I doubt. Put 24 points of hit points to sleep. There might be a very rare time for that one. Like, we can't reach it and we're not raging, so we can put it to sleep so that it misses its turn and then we can hit it next time. So I'll keep it. Okay. And I think that's it. I think that's all wrapped up. And he was able to buy everything, just about.
Very well.
Almost up to 19,000 gold. We're level 6. We're really well equipped, if you ask me. Yeah, I'd say that things are about as good as they could be heading into... I'm gonna hold on to that. Heading into, what's probably going to be Act 2. So crazy. Alright. Let us use an aid scroll if we have one. Do we not have one? I don't think we do.
I'd love to, thanks.
Don't touch me.
Scroll of aid, there you go. We have one. Alright, this will get less good the further we get in the game, so the earlier we use it, the more valuable it's going to be, in my opinion. But let's make sure it's not going to expire when we travel to the next area, I guess. Send the gold over. Shadowheart, send the gold over. And Karlach, send the gold over. And then we'll drop these molds off next time we go to camp. Weights are pretty low, except for Bear Rocks, who's still somehow holding an immense amount of weight. Just an immense amount of weight. I guess we don't need this anymore. It's not as good. Oh, that is killer that that's not that good anymore. Man. Really? I think we have too many camp supplies. That's got to be it. Yeah. Here's where a ton of the weight is. That's right. She has tons of camp supplies. That's where we're messing up. Let's do some alchemy, maybe. This is just all prep work to make sure we are actually ready to go. Laccolite. Vitriols. Lul's candle, 4 of those. Okay. Recipe unlocked Malice. What does Malice do? Interesting. Essences. Nightlight. We need nightlight fronds. We don't have enough. Oh, hello. Swarming toadstool. Timask spores, just the one. Fungal bamboozler. Fantastic. Chasm creeper. Rogue's morsel. Viridian crystal. You are definitely able to make some good stuff with these. Tadpole elixir, interesting. Oh yeah, we know that. Malice, okay, what does it do? A rare potion. Fine powder that reveals smoke when shaken or tossed into an enemy's eyes. So it could, like, blind people, maybe? I'll make one, just to see what it is. Coat your active weapon with poison. Targets must see a constant saving throw or become blinded and poisoned. Okay, so it's like drow poison, but blind instead of sleeping. And I would argue, yeah, that blind is better, because sleep ends as soon as you hit him. Blind doesn't. Alright, I see the plan there. Alright, I see it. Fungal bamboozler. Let's make one, see what we're working with. Lob this vaporous decoction to befuddle nearby foes. That's right, and they just run around randomly. Tadpole elixir. Any essence and tongue of madness. Gain psionic weakening and psionic enrichment. Replaces effects from other elixirs when drunk. Who? Affected entity has disadvantage on constitution, wisdom, and intelligence saving throws. Replaces effects from other elixirs when drunk. After using a tadpole power, affected entity gains advantage on all attacks for 3 rounds. Whoa! Okay! So it gives disadvantage on saving throws of Constitution, Wisdom, and Intelligence. But if you use a tadpole power in combat, you have advantage for 3 turns. Interesting. Maybe we'll give that to Astarion, see if maybe he can get some use out of that. We can make one of these? Oh, we can make 4 of these! That's so good! And Colossus, too! Damn! That's really fun. Potions? Glorious vaulting we can make with Wispweed. That's good to know. Potion of speed is so good. Gotta make another one. Yep. Featherfall. Yeah, okay. Elixir of... Yeah, this is fantastic. Make 4 of those. That another level 2 spell slot for the day? We'll make 1 of those. We'll make 1 of those. Okay. Because she's out right now, so we can use 1 of them. Boom. She has an extra level 2 spell slot today. Bang! Very nice.
Still breathing.
And then we have more in the bank. And we are all set. Weight-wise, except for our massive amount of extra supplies. Alchemy pouches. It's okay if the alchemy pouch has some weight. I'm totally okay with that because those are actually useful. All these extra camp supplies are not. Like, we have way too many camp supplies. Way too many. Oh boy. How do I really have to empty this one by one? No way, right? That would take way too long. Way too long. I mean, look at that. It's taking less time than I thought, I guess. And then we can see how much money we get out of this. Alright, he's just got the 2 supply packs. Then Karlak. You've got a bunch of random junk. Let's get rid of it all. A lot of bread and donuts and stuff. These camp supply packs are plenty. We've had plenty of craft of wine. Let's hold on to that. We've had no, I gotta get rid of it. Get rid of all of it. Stop. You have way too many camp supplies, Typo. Way too many. Just get rid of your stuff. Just do it. Just do it. And then Astarion, I'm sure, has way too much. Oh my goodness, yep. Okay, once we get rid of all these things, then weight in the backpacks should be way better. Alright, it's coming together here. It's coming together. Ooh. Yep, I know I said resist, but Marsember ice wine is looking pretty fancy right there. Alright, I'm done with it being fancy. I'm ready. Alright, good job, everybody. Time to sell all this stuff as well. And then on to Act 2, I believe. I can only imagine that Grimforge leads to Act 2 as well, just in a different area. We are going to have to go to another trader, though. He's got 200 gold. That's not going to be enough to buy everything. Alright. Who do we go to sell out the rest here? Go to Zentarum real quick. He didn't really have any money. And I think we already traded with him, didn't we? And did we already trade with him, too? Wait a minute. I don't remember now. Did we already trade with those people on day 7? We might have. We definitely went to the Zentarum. That's where we just were.
A visitor. You're a welcome sight.
Anything interesting to trade?
Good bargain. If anything in my private collection is to your liking.
Alright, let's see what we can get out of him. All the supplies. Just sell all of them. We have so many more than we need. Oh, no. Don't sell the wrong thing now. Why is the alcohol just, like, interspersed with the potions? Like they're equivalent items. They're definitely not. The Guthmarin Reserve. Mermaid Whiskey. There's some fancy drinks. Some very fancy drinks. More salami, yeah. Okay, we did it. We got rid of some of our excess camp supplies. Good for us. She didn't have much, did she? Wow, that was really it? Okay. Interesting. Huh. How did she have so little? Whole chickens. Look at all those chickens. I probably could have done this off camera. I'll probably put a note in the video that if you don't want to just watch us sell things, you can skip ahead. Arkan's Horde, carafe of wine. Okay. And then Bear Rock, who he's not going to be able to afford all of his stuff, unfortunately. No, he's not. We have so much stuff. We have so much stuff. Can he afford any of these? Not really. Alright, that's all of his money. I guess we're holding on to the rest of it for now until we find another dealer. We're at 19,000 gold as a party. We did it! Ha Level 6 and 19,000 gold in the party before we go off to the next area. Beautiful. Alright, like I said, let's send the gold over. I'm good, but maybe later. Let's hit it. Let's go to the Grim Forge and see if that doorway leads on to the next area. I can't believe this is real. I can't believe this is happening. How much time have we spent already? Okay, good. I still got 40. Well, we still got time. We still got time. Well, went and used an elixir of the Colossus, so that's being used today. That's a misclick. Make one to replace that one. Damn it! That'd have been good earlier. It's a little late now. We're halfway through the day. Whatever. We look awesome. What am I gonna say? We look sick. Oh, hell yeah. Look at us, dude. The Colossus stuff. Examine this guy. If I saw this guy out in the woods, oh no. 235 kilograms. You know we weigh more than that in our current size. Oh my god, we're huge. We're huge. Let's go. Alright, let's see if it's time to move forward. Okay. Okay. Shit, dude. This is really it. Oh, it is! Whether we use the mountain pass or this elevator, either way. Either way, we're moving on. Oh, man. Oh, we'll read the books later. Now's not the time. Oh, my God. Act 1, it has been an absolute privilege. What an absolute blast it has been playing this game so far. 38 hours and about 15 or 20 minutes in is how long it took us to get through Act 1. It was incredible. I can't believe we have to leave it all behind. It feels like home. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. Damn, man. Wow. Okay. I guess here we go. Here we go. Wow. We're in it. Really? Campsite, huh? Go to bed. I don't want to go to bed. We have to? This is exactly what I was afraid of. Oh my god. We wasted so much stuff. Oh no! This is so bad.
Another dream. Another order from that dubious visitor. It announced that we will find the answers we seek in the absolute cultists.
It's gonna force us to end day 7, isn't it?
Another generous gift. A persuasive creature. It tempts us with power, expresses its admiration, its adoration. Avert your eyes whenever it appears, and do not avail yourself of this new power, no matter how alluring. You've no idea what damage it could do to us, how far into illithid madness it could drag us.
I agree. I think the Dream Figure was right, though. Follow these cultists, we find the source of our tadpoles.
Yes. The one truth that fell out of its cankered lips. There
Disapprove,
will
but you agreed.
But it will be won with swords, not mind games born of brainworms.
Fair. Probably right, too. These dreams linger in my memory. Do you think that strange figure will come back?
It is a certainty. I had
It is, isn't it?
Parasites served a Gale elder, but I believe they serve a greater master still.
A greater master? Who or what could that be?
A question that burns in my belly day and night. Elders and collectives abide by their own tenets. It would require a powerful creed to unite them. And now this voice, this creed, finds our own ears. If it reaches this plane, it may reach others.
Okay. That's kind of crazy. I still can't believe we wasted an elixir of Colossus and an elixir of arcane cultivation. Those were definitely wastes. No way around that. Oh, damn, man.
I've been dreaming of our enigmatic visitor again. She told me our purpose was to take on this cult of the Absolute, to infiltrate its ranks and bring it down from the inside. She even offered me greater powers, the result of some manipulation of the tadpole's psionic abilities. Given the magnitude of what we're up against, I see no harm in considering the benefit this offer might afford us. Could be the only way to reach this source in one piece.
Right. Alright. Use every means at our disposal.
As existential evils go, the Absolute
I feel like we've had this
certainty
conversation, have we
worth
not?
halting in its tracks. Any opportunities for us to indulge our tadpole's capabilities are hardly on the same scale. Trifles, when one considers the bigger
Yeah,
picture.
this is all ringing a bell. Pretty sure we've already had this conversation, but okay. Hey, Volo. How are you doing?
Ah, my good fella.
My good fellow!
Cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Alright, moving on. We already know he wants to go plucking behind my eye. No thanks, I'll pass. Halson?
You wish to speak?
No, I don't, apparently. Will. What's up?
I had another dream last night. The visitor came to me and ordered me to penetrate the heart of the very cult that's spreading the infection. It gave me a tadpole gift too. Just like it did the first time it appeared. I suppose it hoped this would help.
The
At
Absolute
first, I
might be
thought
the
we
way the
should
Guardian
avoid
reaches
these
up.
gifts, no matter what
Like,
advantage we gain. And yet, I can't help recall the words of my father. The best plan is the one that works. These powers could be enough to edge us towards victory.
oh, he's starting to feel it. He's turning around on it. This is the plan that works. We need these powers to infiltrate the cult. If that's what he wants to hear.
Very well. If it's mind games these parasites wish to play, we'll play. And we'll win.
Here you go, Will. What do you think of the ill-fitted potential the Dream Visitor spoke
I
of?
think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences.
Now you're going to say the opposite?
I can't say I'm not curious. But once you've taken a lithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
Right, of course. Let's move on.
All right. Anything more we should
Hey,
discuss?
I'm not trying to sway you, to be honest. It's up to you. Shadowheart.
I had another dream. Which, I suppose, means you did as well. Whoever's reaching out to us truly does seem opposed to the Absolute, but wants us to embrace the tadpole. Venture right into the heart of the cult.
Right in.
Perhaps we truly have a secret protector. Or we're walking into a trap.
I'm going to go with the latter until I'm proven otherwise. God dang it, I can't believe we wasted that. Yeah, it's already got us full healed and everything. We're moving on. Man, we're gonna have to long rest. Alright.
Another visit
from that dream figure.
Well, our first week was spent in Act 1 in its entirety. It took us the entirety of week 1, basically.
We'll find the answers we're looking for. It gave me another gift, too. Just like it did the first time it appeared. Rather generous, if you ask me.
Of course. Yeah. Okay. We have to find it by any means possible.
And while we're at it, we can see how many more of these little worms we can harvest.
What was that hand motion, Astarion? What was that? Alright, Karlak.
Another visit from the Golden Paladin. It said we'll get the answers we need about the tadpole if we infiltrate the cult.
Right. Yep. Just making sure we're not missing any new conversations here. Let's do just that.
Indeed.
Alright. Looks like nobody has anything new to talk about. Boy, boy. That's not ominous. Man, we need some AC in here if we're this close to the lava. It's right there! Why are we set up here? Alright. Here we go. The end of Act 1, the end of Week 1. Moving on to Week 2. Act 2. Here we go, I guess.
You don't sleep well, flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you wake up because you know something is wrong. Or maybe you just get lucky.
Shit.
Oh, you're finally busted.
No, it's not what it looks like. I swear. I wasn't going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There in the dim.
Then just ask, my man.
For what he really is, a vampire, a slave to sanguine hunger.
Pick up a steak and lunch with a monster. How long since you killed someone? Days? Hours? So that's why you were so quick to kill the Gur Hunter to keep your secret. Hey, I'm the one who did that. I already know he's a vampire. We had this talk. What? This is a bug, clearly, but okay.
It's not what you think. I'm not some monster. I feed on animals. Boars, deer, kobolds, whatever I can get. I'm just too slow right now. Too weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer. Fight better. Please.
I already knew you were a vampire. I don't know what this event's all about, but okay.
Sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
No thanks. I'm not gonna use the illithid windworms. I'm not! That's for Astarion to do. I'm still not aboard this train, to be honest. Why did you tell me? You did, though.
I was sure you'd say no. More likely you'd ram a stake through my ribs.
Okay, this time he's talking about the blood.
I needed you to trust me. And you can trust me.
If I see you again, I'll kill you. Try to bite me. I'm gonna trust you. I do. I believe you.
Thank you. Do you think...
He approved! Yes!
Just
It's so hard to get his approval.
a little further. I only need a taste. I swear.
Fine, but not a drop more than you need.
Really? Of course. Not one drop more.
Double approval from Astarion. Let's go!
Shall we?
Don't make it weird, Astarion. Just get what you need.
It's like a shard of ice into your neck, a quick, sharp pain that fades to throbbing numbness. Your breath catches, your pulse quickens.
Grab the stake and drive it in his heart? Whoa! We'll let him go a little longer.
You lean into him, losing yourself. You can feel your blood racing, coursing through both your bodies. A gentle, numb feeling starts to spread.
All right, whoa, stop! It's too much. It's too much. Astarion, you're doing a lot right now. I need you to chill out. Too much. Too much. Oh God! Oh God! This could really matter. Like, what if we die because of this? No. Thank you. Okay, 1 inspiration die to make that persuasion check is pretty good. There you go.
Of course. I was just swept up in the moment.
Right.
But it worked. I feel good. Strong.
You can see the bites in his neck.
Happy.
Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing you fight.
Shouldn't take long. So many people need killing.
True.
Now, if you'll excuse me, you're invigorating, but I need something more filling. This is a gift, you know. I won't forget it.
You watch as he stalks off, stronger, more confident, ready to hunt.
Hell yeah, get him good to go. We're finally getting Astarion's, like, quest line of sorts getting started. We've had basically nothing this whole time. Let Astarion bite you. Ouch. Yeah, true. We still have that many supplies? How? Who? When? Explain. What do you mean? Where's our traveler's chest? There it is. And it still has everything, even at different camp locations? See, it doesn't. That concerns me greatly. That concerns me very greatly. Is it always empty? I don't know. I don't like it. That's very concerning. Alright, Astarion, let's talk. You made me use an inspiration die, bro.
Good morning. How do you feel?
I'm fine, I just feel a little woozy.
It'll pass. Just be glad I'm not a true vampire. A bite from them and you might wake up as a vampire spawn. Like my good self. All of a vampire's hunger, but few of their powers.
Pity, I thought you'd be more powerful. Is that how you can stand in the sun? Because you're not a true vampire?
I know. I should be cinders in this light. I hadn't seen the sun for 200 years before we crashed here.
200 years.
Or something wants me alive. They've changed the rules.
Good for you, I guess.
Wading through a river, wandering into homes without an invitation. They're all perfectly mundane activities now. As for my other quirks, well, we can figure those out in time.
Okay. Yeah, if I can help, just ask. We're in this together, Astarion. You, me, Shadowheart, and Karlach. Everyone else, you know, fair game. Even, to an extent, Gale, Will, and Lae'zel. Depending on what's going on, I could even see us doing something to them. But the four of us, we're in this deep, through and through, knitted together.
You're such a sweetheart. I'm just glad you're being sensible about these revelations. I was worried people might turn up with torches and pitchforks. Although there's still time.
Well, we all have a monster inside us. One sort or another.
Some of us more than others, but yes.
We need to take that helmet off. Or hide it, at least. We do need him, like it or not. I trust him. He won't hurt us.
Quite the opposite.
Gale disapproves. Astarion approves.
Openness and honesty to work together as a team.
Yeah, sure you are.
To bear. As long as you remember your manners, Astarion, you're welcome at my fire.
There now. We're all friends again. Shall we go? There's a long day ahead of us.
Yes, there is, because it's a new day and a new act coming up right here. All right, so good. We finally got some Pale Elf progress. We're even further with her than we are with the Pale Elf. He's a vampire. Woke up last night and saw him bent over one of us, drinking their blood. We let him drink his fill to regain his strength. Yeah, okay. Happy condition. Astarian's vampiric hunger has been temporarily sated. +1 to all attack rolls, saving throws, and most ability checks. Oh. Uh-oh. Bloodless. Feels a bit woozy. -1 to attack rolls, saving throws, and most ability checks. Damn it. Damn, I let him go too deep, didn't I? That's a shame. Well. Alright. Let's, I guess it's time to go. Wow. This is wild. No one else has anything new to say at the start of Act 2 here?
Hey, soldier.
Hey. Okay. Alright, here we go. Leave camp. What are we working with? I'm ready to find out. Where's my phone? There it is. I've completely lost track of the time, if I'm real. Leave Act 1 for somewhere altogether darker. The plot thickens. This is it. That's it. That's what I needed to see. Yeah, this is officially Act 2. Through and through. Absolutist Expedition Trunk. What?
We offer our prayers to the Dark Lady, whose comfort and grace heals all.
I don't think we can head back through there, can we? No, I don't think we can. Maybe I'll try it if I ever find some mithril ore, but I have no other reason to go back, I guess, for now.
That she may truly know her faithful.
Alright, Astarian. It's not stealing, so let's just lockpick it. Any traps? No?
Should be easy.
Then here we go. Oh, that's free. The +1 happy. Oh boy. Turn a 7 into a 20. Some torches, potion of greater healing, fire resistance, mind reading, feather fall. It's a good little spread right there.
I'll take this way.
Oh, another plaque, my bad. Who is Weary Traveler? Level 1 with 96 HP, excuse you?
Give us her mercy.
What? Level 1, 96 HP. Who and how? That makes no... A construct. This is not a real person. That is not a real person. That is a fake person. A skeleton we can loot? It is. Weathered chisel set. Do you think that'll matter at some point? Come on. Thank you.
What to do?
Okay, so elixirs for the day. And other short rest activities. Oh, vampire bite. Suck the blood from a living creature to regain hit points. Target takes 2 to 8 piercing damage, but not if it is sleeping or if you are hiding. The target is humanoid, you become happy, the target becomes bloodless. Biting creature does not break stealth. Ooh. So if it's sleeping or you're hiding, it just heals? And it's on a short rest that you can use it again. And the bloodless lasts until long rest. Good to know that we're screwed on this for a day. Okay. Elixirs. Elixirs. Bark skin is useless. I really need to sell that.
Alright, what now?
I guess we should see if we need fire resistance or poison resistance or what. Alright, let's not start with an elixir yet. If I had a better idea of what was coming... Ooh, Absolutist Expedition Key. I bet that's for the chest. This yellow book contains a series of architectural plans. One shows an elevator leading from the wilds outside a town called Wraithwind to the Underdark. Sure, we'll take this key we don't need anymore. Just in case it's for something else. Alright, weary traveler of sorts.
Find a way forward.
What's going on here?
Who there, wanderer? Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Okay.
May I inquire if perchance you retain among your traveling companions a man who adheres to the given name of Gale?
I do! As a matter of fact, I do. He's resting in camp. May I inquire who is inquiring?
Should it be the nature of our acquaintance that interests you, well, you may safely classify Gale and I as friends. Should it be the nature of your present interlocutor that you desire to drag from the dark and unknown, I shall be glad to aid in your quest for illumination and identify myself as Elminster. Elminster Ormar. Now,
okay.
if this answer satisfies you, let us linger no longer in this limbo of indecision, but settle on your knowledge of the individual I seek.
He moves the same way Gale does. I do know Gale. Yes, he's in our camp at the moment.
Ever a man of leisure. Would it pain you greatly to assist me along the little voyage I intend to undertake to this aforementioned camp?
I don't know about it. Would be my pleasure, but sure. Go ahead.
And I would confirm it to be so. Please. After you.
Okay, what are we doing here? Interesting area. I'm assuming we should get comfy in this camp. This probably will be somewhere we are for a while. Let me put the molds in this traveler's chest. What? I see. Okay, yeah, all our stuff's in here. Alright, yeah, put the molds in there. Mold. 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 Because we need space. Here you go. Yeah, we let Astarion feed too long. We let him go to work here. Elminster Almar. There you go.
My thanks for your excellent guidance. Ah, and yonder I spy the object of my pursuit.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
I don't understand. How so on my behalf?
I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale.
Tara?
You know of whom I speak.
Or Mistra?
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Waterdeep washed away your decorum as well as your patience? Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name. Drank naught but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you won't begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it.
Wow, we look sick. Where is your decorum? Suppose we could part with a few of our rations. I got some extras.
And a great kindness that would be. See, Gale? Even in these barren parts, the art of hospitality begets inspired new works. If only one keeps up the practice.
Oh, for the love of...
Yeah, he's dealing with a lot.
Fine. I'll turn a deaf ear to the clarion calls with which my scorned stomach beseeches me.
Those big words he uses all the time.
Are at hand. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will.
Bunch of food words.
Mingled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster.
Right. You see, well, that is to say,
Struggling.
Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter.
Then be quicker about it,
If I
Elminster.
can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mistra. The message
Okay.
and the charge I bring you are hers.
Okay. What message and what charge would that be?
The long-awaited question. Now, if you please, Elminster, for the too long-awaited answer.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mistra would consider forgiveness.
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness.
That sounds about right.
Mistra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils.
Wouldn't have to know of a cure. Would use some all-powerful parasite withering spell, perhaps. If the goddess herself is aware, I wouldn't say no to some divine intervention.
The very purpose of my presence. In a roundabout sort of way. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself.
This is sounding pretty dramatic.
I'm here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mistra's belief that only you can.
Gale alone, how so?
Precisely. Mistra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help. Or hindrance. We shall have to see.
My dream visitor during the day?
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
Kamikaze bomber. That's crazy. We'll be rid of both the Absolute and Gale in one fell swoop. Win-win. If I could say that with a /S, like if I knew my character was being sarcastic, that would be the perfect answer. Say what you will, but you can't force Gale to go through with this.
No, indeed. But I think she trusts me too.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mistra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute. And for your sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mistra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid.
This is wild. I think I'd do it. Convince Gale to do it. I can see the Dark Urge doing that for sure, for sure.
It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
Yeah, well, we're pretty good. I'm not his keeper. I'll just tell him that. It might not be true, but I will try to keep him alive so that he could kill the Absolute. Sounds like a good deal to me so far. I got the hiccups. Sorry about that.
On my honor, I'm not sure yet I can say the same.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky's chosen gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born
Boy, Elminster likes to talk.
Come, ebb, come, flow, come, all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
There you have it. That's crazy.
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I hope to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances.
Stabilize Gale's Nethery's
Hard
orb.
to come by these days.
I'd always imagined Elminster to be more imposing. An old man with a craving for cheese, hardly the great wizard of legend. He didn't seem much of a friend, showing up and demanding you kill yourself.
It's not a demand he wanted to make of me. As mistress chosen, he had no choice but to deliver her message. However much it pained him to do so. For Mistra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me.
Right.
Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left.
Yeah, that's terrifying. You're seriously considering doing what Elminster said?
Of course. We offer the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the absolute will be gone, and I along with it.
That's crazy. Whatever you need to do, I'll be there to help.
I had no doubt I could rely on you. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating.
Right. I'll make sure we find it, Gale, I promise.
Then I suppose there is nothing more to be done but find the heart of the absolute and stop its beating.
Okay, that's crazy. That really is crazy. But there it is.
Boots have seen everything.
Halcyon, my man. The blessing of Selûne. Huh? Selûne's radiance protects against the lesser effects of the shadow curse, but beware, even her light cannot guard against the darkest shadows. Interesting. He's also still level 5. I thought for sure this guy would be a companion, but I guess not.
The shadow curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
We're in the midst of the shadow curse now. Is there any more you can tell me about how to lift it?
This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations.
What?
But since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But
okay,
if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once.
Okay, that's a lead. So what should I look for exactly?
I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness, or some...
Time to use Speak with
echo of
Dead.
what we seek. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it.
True, my journal will be updated, but beyond that, alright. Still feeling at home here with us? The surroundings are less bucolic, I understand.
It's not easy seeing the ravages of the Shadow Curse. But your camp is a most welcome solace. You've shared your fire with me, your company. A small pocket of light against the darkness. But one I couldn't do without. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it, I guess. You're welcome.
You're too modest by far. What fate would I have met without you?
I'd have wiped out the grove.
The goblin cells, dying against an onslaught on the grove?
Yeah, probably.
More good has been done since I met you than in 100 years before. Words cannot express my gratitude.
That's right, he is an elf, isn't he? Oh, Jesus. No words needed, I understand how you feel.
Yes, I think you do. Forgive me. Sometimes I forget myself, gazing on the beauty of nature's creations.
Okay, don't play on me too hard here. Bye. So many horny people in this game trying to make plays. You almost resist. There's Withers. Alright. Let's head back out. And this will be where we pick up, I suppose. Oh my god, what is this? The other side? Oh my god. Add up to the absolute? I'm pumped. This is where we start up next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. And if you really enjoyed it, consider subscribing. Either way, thank you so much for joining myself, Bear Rock, Karlak, Shadowheart, and Asterion on this journey in Baldur's Gate 3. Next time, part 40, we'll be entering Act 2 in its, entirety. We'll actually be going in. I know we didn't really start it today. This was kind of an in-between episode more than anything, but we know what's going on with Gale now. We know we have a new plan of sorts. Act 2. Here we go. I'll see all of you next time.